My name is Jamil Ford, the owner of Mobilize Design and Architecture. We believe in bringing beauty, dignity, and value through architecture and design. We will be the architects of record as well as the partner in the overall design and development team. I would like to start off by thanking all of the residents of Atlantic Beach for all of your hard work in providing valuable information and data to the city's planning official as well as the town leadership. Working together, we were able to determine the area needs and improvements that will help the town's existing and future residents. We intend on providing continued engagement and creating opportunities to inform residents that provide value. This is a process known as participatory planning, giving residents the chance to have a say in the town's growth. Our redevelopment of the town will honor its historic music entertainment theme and provide supporting educational facilities in the arts, music, and healthcare industries. A number of celebrity artists from the distinct African American community will be involved in this project. The advanced land use methods we will soon present allows us to create a residential village that will coincide with music, education, healthcare, restaurants, shopping, and much more in the confines of the town's 97 acres. The vision could not be possible without closely working with your town's manager over the past year, which is how we established the overall vision. Your input and participation and feedback will help to reveal a consensus of everyone's desires and aspirations for those we have not heard from to this date. Unlike gentrification that sweeps the existing population from the redevelopment, we will be working with existing homeowners who wish to continue to reside in the new Atlantic Beach and increase their living standards without the fear of financial hardship or being forced out of the town. We hope you enjoyed this video of what is possible, benefiting every town and property owner as well as all residents residing in Atlantic Beach.
We're proposing a new vision for Atlantic Beach, a different vision, one where people young and old of all incomes can call home. Another is to provide a higher standard of living than any other coastal town, embracing the latest architecture and planning methods that increase views, space, connectivity, safety, and property values. This vision is based upon market-proven methods that has improved living standards for the mass market, not just the gentrified wealthy class. This presentation will describe in detail the logic behind a new science of growth and redevelopment that we've used on over 1,350 developments in 47 states and 18 nations. It's based upon new geometric modeling made possible by the advent of modern computer technology. Kings Highway is the gateway to Atlantic Beach. As one enters the city, it's important to immediately provide a sense of arrival with a more open and less cluttered appearance than other developments along the road. We envision professional offices, high-rises overlooking the ocean, and a circular hotel and/or major office building also overlooking the ocean along its north side. A high-end grocery and a pharmacy along with a residential village along its south side. If allowed by governmental agencies, we will redevelop Kings Highway to create a traffic diffuser. This maintains flow along Kings Highway yet brings a strong focal identity to the city, one that allows safer access to the residential village leading to the ocean. With minor changes in the existing topography, we'll be able to have those traveling along Kings Highway to actually see the ocean through wide green corridors. Atlantic Boulevard is rebuilt as a beautiful meandering and more open greenway that allows every resident along the street to directly view the ocean from their living spaces and their balconies. In this village, we hide parked cars in the rear of the homes, and with new geometric modeling, merging planning and architecture, we can provide more living space for people and less wasted space for parked cars. Yet we're providing more parking than typical coastal towns. To provide another greenway from Kings Highway, we abandon all other streets and provide a wide and safe pedestrian way where 31st Avenue South is currently located. Unlike other redevelopment efforts where walking is provided by building more streets and dangerous intersections, we do the opposite. We will build two separated systems, and yet the vehicular access is more efficient than the typical gridded designs of the past. And similar to Ocean Boulevard, this main trail, known as Roxy Tyson Way, provides a view of the ocean from every home, living space, and balcony that's along its corridor, all the way to Kings Highway. Where 32nd Avenue South was, is now a meandering street that provides yet another view corridor to the ocean for the majority of the homes along its pathway. Every home in the village, no matter what its price point or demographic it serves, has a panoramic view from living spaces and balconies, with the majority of the homes having a direct ocean view. No other development in America can claim this living standard advantage. Atlantic Beach will be recognized as the models for other cities to emulate. Here we placed multifamily with 16 units per building using asymmetric design. Northern side of Atlantic Boulevard is restaurant oriented, leading to a hotel convention facility with a parking ramp and surface parking, and what we call the George W. Tyson Place, a series of music venue restaurants overlooking the beach, acoustically engineered as to not overlap sound or add noise to the more serene residential village. This venue will tie into the music-oriented past for which Atlantic Beach is known for. This facility is connected to a short boardwalk that leads to what we call the event area. This will be an area for like farmers markets, art shows, car shows, in an area that is tying to the beach that also has an amphitheater that we use the topography of the ground to create a facility acoustically engineered as to not add noise to the more serene residential areas adjacent to it. A secondary trail connects George W. Tyson Place across the city through Roxy Tyson Way to the residential across this new town. While we don't specifically show it in detail, Atlantic Beach will be a model for environmental engineering with prairie-style filtering, wet and dry ponding, so that the runoff doesn't add to environmental damage. Those beach walkers that live in the region or visit from afar will be taken back by the openness and beauty of Atlantic Beach. Now that you have a good overall scope of our proposal, I'd like to address some more details and benefits. New two-story office buildings with parking behind and an upscale grocery, along with a national chain restaurant, reduces the vertical scale of nearby mid and high-rise buildings. The traffic diffuser and wide green space is counter to the closed-in hodgepodge growth that plagues Kings Highway. Like all development, it's the first impression that counts. The ability to actually see the ocean from Kings Highway adds to the visual excitement along this important corridor. Like all of the redevelopment we designed, we're obtaining this extra open space by abandoning every existing street right away and replacing that wasteful pattern with new streets that are more efficiently laid out. It is this reissuing of space that requires us to have 100% participation of all land and stakeholders. There is no other way to accomplish this. This presentation, the lower density residential, uses existing homes we've designed in other developments around the nation. Here we see mid-rise multifamily done by the award-winning architect Jamel Ford. Again, we use underground garages to fully or semi-depress to reduce the negative visual impact of parked cars, yet provide plenty of parking for residents and visitors. As we move forward from this concept plan to the final plat, the attention to detail we present here will be increased. We have yet to determine the architectural theme to create a cohesive look throughout the new Atlantic Beach city. Jamel will be heading this task. By creating a consistent theme, we create a visual tie that each side of Kings Highway will appear as just one city. Across the City Hall is property owned by the Housing Authority. We have 8 towering buildings of 80 units each with a parking garage and 160 parking spaces below. Every single unit of these 8 towers will overlook the ocean from the living space within their home and major balconies, most also having a direct ocean view from the master bedroom. As we could see, no matter where you are in that tower, you have a great view of the ocean on every one of these 8 buildings. To keep a lower density feel, we actually put single family homes at the entrance along Kings Highway. Again, panoramic view from the living space of every one of the homes in the development. These are one-story ADA compliant lower units on the end of these four-unit townhome buildings, and almost every unit that we're proposing has a first floor master, which can serve all age groups. This row of restaurants has apartments above, again, asymmetric design to maximize the space, and parking below for the residential units to keep the cars out of sight. Most of these residents and the restaurants will have a view of the ocean, yet placed far away from the beach. To create the grading needed for the underneath parking multifamily, we built a series of ponds, not just to create an attraction, but to minimize earthwork needed to implement these new forms of housing. These ponds expand the number of homes overlooking waterways, most having a direct ocean view. These ponds also make the attractive Roxy Tyson Trail even more exciting. They also make the drive or stroll along Atlantic Boulevard a very special place to be. While there may be other famous oceanfront locations such as Seaside, where The Truman Show was filmed, or Watercolor that come to mind, not a single resident in those towns have a view of the ocean because of a natural berm that separates their development from the beach. Atlantic Beach is located in one of the most unique places along the coast that allows a direct connection to the beach throughout the entire city, but only if we can abandon the past and replace it with a renewed vision. What of the existing residents? Again, we talk about the housing authority property across the city hall. The first residential building to be built will be located on that property, providing temporary location for the existing residents displaced by redevelopment to reside. As we build the village, they can be relocated to newer, more valuable, and simply much better housing. Unlike gentrification, we have no intention to displace existing residents outside this community. Most developers see land as an opportunity to place a building, parking lot, or street on every square inch that they purchase. We see value in space and provide the density we need to make this vision economically sound by strategically placing high density towers not along the most valuable ocean front, but land behind it, far away from it. I value space as an asset to increase living standards. So do all of our team that share this vision. Space should not be the exclusive property of the wealthy, but enjoyed by all people. By geometric modeling of the space, both on a horizontal and vertical platform, we can provide a higher standard of living. By separating the pedestrian system and vehicular system, we create a more serene and functional city, one that is much safer than conventional and traditional patterns. By eliminating most of the existing wasteful right-of-way, we reissue paved space with organic space, while plummeting the financial responsibility for city maintenance. I plead to you, the decision makers and stakeholders of Atlantic Beach, to work with our group to create a legacy that will honor the past while creating an incredible future, not just for the new residents that will invest in the city, but for those that'll follow. Finally, I'd like to end our presentation to introduce you to who are the founders of the Atlantic Beach Redevelopment Public-Private Partnership.
Take me back, baby, you're all I'm craving for. Take me back, baby, please let me have once more. The keys on my key ring that opens your front door. Take me back, baby, I'm kinda plump, that's true. me back, baby. That makes my life complete. I won't need these numbers of other gals on this street.